Thanks for everybody for being out here today. We're so excited to have you guys and to open this facility. I wanted to thank a couple people before we get started because this was a project long in the making. First, all of the pilots, thank you so much for your patience. The airplane pilots and the helicopter pilots, thank you so much for your patience, and we're so excited to see you guys out here today. Also, I wanted to thank Aspire Construction, Paul and his crew for being out here and putting this together. Aaron Greer with Ute RC Association, he's the president here, and he helped us with a lot of the decision making for this project. John Coyle with Salt Lake City Engineering, Bruce Brown with Salt Lake City Landscaping, Ken Taylor, Salt Lake City Engineer, Troy Baker is with Salt Lake City Parks and Public Lands, Keith Van Otten, Candace Smith and her crew. Candace Smith is District 4, and they'll be taking care of this facility long after we're gone today. Mia Caselli for organizing this event, and all the individuals who had the sight and vision for planning this. So thank you. My name's Kristen Riker. I'm the director for Salt Lake City Parks and Public Lands, and I would like to introduce Mayor Jackie Biskupski to say a couple words. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to turn this. This is a little awkward. Kind of feel like I'm standing the wrong direction to speak with you. This is so exciting. And so I want to make sure that you get to enjoy this throughout the day, and it sounds like you've been here since this morning, so don't feel like you have to leave after the ceremony is over. Keep enjoying. And thank you for your patience as we work to get this new model airport up and flying. I wanted to make sure that when the city promised to relocate the old airport, that we followed through on that commitment, and here we are today with this very unique community space, and it turned out fabulous. So thank you for your patience and for really working with us on this effort. I know that more than 92 individuals and 10 businesses gave thousands of dollars to build the previous airport, and you lovingly cared for it year after year. I have no doubt we will see the same level of investment in this new facility, and Salt Lake City is once again excited to partner with the Ute RC Association and other groups to keep the air buzzing, as we say, with activity. I am especially pleased to hear that you will continue your legacy of offering free flying lessons, truly inspiring a new generation of pilots at this location. I also want to acknowledge the team at Parks and Public Lands for helping to find a new place for the model airport to land. There is no one who hasn't stopped to admire a flying bird across our sky or an airplane that we see soaring high above us. Flying simply captivates everyone. Flying in all its forms inspires us. Today, while our feet stay firmly on the ground, our gaze and imagination once again turn skyward in Salt Lake City. Here on this land, our hearts will once again race as we watch acrobatic feats, and our minds will expand as we contemplate wind, speed, velocity, and angles of descent. Today, with the help of all of you here, we are opening not just a hobby park, we are opening a great laboratory for the sky. Congratulations, and thank you to everyone who helped make this wonderful space a reality.
Thank you, Mayor. And now I'd just like to introduce the Ute RC Association Club President, Aaron Greer.
Thank you. On behalf of the Ute RC Association and all the aero modelers throughout the Salt Lake Valley, I express gratitude to the good people of the Salt Lake City Parks and Recreation Department, as well as the mayor and her staff and many others who saw the value of model aviation and wisely worked to fulfill the promise to once again establish a safe and dedicated model flying site in Salt Lake City. We look forward to continuing our partnership with the city to ensure this model port is utilized and enjoyed for years to come. I remember as a boy of 7 or 8 years old, after seeing a flyer on the grocery store bulletin board and a great deal of pleading, being taken by my understanding mother to the local flying field outside of our hometown for a model air show being put on by the local RC club. I was in awe as the engines were fired up on the boxy biplanes and triplanes of World War I, and then the sleeker fighters of World War II. As these models took to the sky and performed their marvelous flying routines, my mind was filled with wonder and questions. How did the engines work? What made these fantastic machines go up into the sky? By what means did the pilot on the ground remain in control of their aircraft? How did they build them to look so real, just like the full-size versions? Long after my fateful visit to that model airfield, I continued to be intrigued and driven to understand how the world and technology around me worked. This propelled me to be diligent and do well in school and have an honest desire to learn. Thanks to this early inspiration in my life, today I'm a successful electrical engineer working in Salt Lake City, developing medical diagnostic systems that improve people's health and save lives. Standing here today, I think of my 2-year-old daughter and unborn son, and I think of the hundreds and thousands and hopefully tens of thousands or more young people that come here to this model port and are infused with excitement by what they see and what they do. I hope this model port and the magic of flight that takes place here will provide many of them with inspiration to excel in their educations and pursue higher learning. I hope, and I do believe, that as a result of wisely providing this model port to the Salt Lake City community, future generations of scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and other technologists and professionals will rise up and make contributions to improve our world. They'll develop life-saving technologies, and they'll help this area maintain its economic edge and its quality of life. This model port is an investment in future generations that will return much value to our community. Once more, I'd like to give thanks to the wonderful staff and management of the Salt Lake City Parks Department, the mayor and her staff, as well as all of the stalwart aero modelers here today and throughout the valley and throughout the state, who never gave up the dream of once again establishing a model port in Salt Lake City. Thank you.
Okay, if we can get the mayor, Lisa Schaefer, our Public Services Department Director, and Aaron to come over and cut the ribbon, we'll get flying.
Start your engines.
Let's take to the sky.
Yeah.